I mean, there's times in my life where I feel like if I've got something big happening, I feel like just oppressed. Like there's maybe some spiritual warfare happening. Everything that could go wrong goes wrong. You know, honestly, lately, to be fully transparent, I feel like I've been in a season of just constant oppression, and I feel like that's the work of the enemy. And I wish God would just snap his fingers and get rid of the devil in those moments. Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you're doing all right. This last week we started our brand new series for our 5th through 8th grade environment called The Big Questions. I had a few of you put some questions in this little jar for me on Sunday. I thought it could be beneficial to kind of unpack some of these questions that are coming straight from you as it pertains to our faith and how to grow and connect with God better. I hope you enjoy this and I hope it's helpful. If you like it, give this video a like and subscribe if you're not already. And without any further ado, let's get this thing going. All right, let's see what else there is. If God could build and destroy the world, why doesn't he get rid of the devil? It's an excellent question. I'd like to know the answer to that myself sometimes. What we do know is that the devil has no more power over us. He has been cast out of heaven, and well, that's why he's here on earth. He does use his power to try to manipulate us, to try to come after us. If we're Christians, if we're on his team, then we're in the game, and he's sending his top defenders after us. We've got a target on our heads. He's going to do everything in his power to try to subvert our attention, to make us comfortable, to keep us distracted from what really matters. And he has power in this world, but it is limited and it is diminishing. And we know the end of the story. Jesus used the enemy's biggest weapon, which was death, and he overcame death by death. He's saying, like, basically, your worst weapon has nothing on us. And so ultimately what happens when we die, well, it goes back to that heaven question where we get to spend eternity with God. Like our work is done then. You know, there's nothing else you can really do about it. And so we have nothing to fear. And I don't believe that, you know, demon possession can happen with born again Christians, because you have the Spirit of God living inside of you. And that is infinitely more powerful than any of the spiritual forces coming at us from the evil one. While victory has already been proclaimed, our mission isn't done yet. And our mission in this life is to go and make more disciples, to go and share the hope and love of Jesus with the broken world that desperately needs it. And so, you know, I don't know why God doesn't just snap his fingers and make it all go away, but I have to know that God has a purpose for it that's beyond my understanding. And I'm really not going to bother myself with the details of that right now, other than doing what I know I need to do. And so, there's that. Oh, and one other thing that I'll say about that is, and I shared this on Sunday for those of you that were there for that as well, but I mean, there's times in my life where I feel like if I've got something big happening, or if I feel like, you know, I'm preparing for an event for student ministry, or you know, I'm supposed to have an important meeting with somebody or something like that. I'm preparing maybe for a Sunday, and I feel like just oppressed, like there's maybe some spiritual warfare happening. Everything that could go wrong goes wrong. Like maybe it's the enemy trying to distract me, throwing all kinds of stuff at me, losing sleep, or my kids get sick, or, you know, honestly, lately, to be fully transparent, I feel like I've been in a season of just constant oppression, because I feel like every time I need to be doing something that I know is important, that I know matters, the reason I get up and come to this job every day, you know, just in our family, we've had our 3rd kid, which is awesome, but it came with a lot of complications. And my wife Chelsea, she had to have an emergency C-section. It's not been pleasant. The healing has been very rough. It's gotten infected. She had to get a wound vac installed. I had to pack and dress her wounds at one point, and so because of those things, she has weight restrictions where she can't lift our other 2 kids, which means she can't really do everything to take care of them. And we've been so blessed and fortunate to have the community that we do here, because people have been so gracious and provided meals for us and all kinds of stuff like that. But I'm distracted. I'm at home more than I'm here in the office lately. When it comes time for preparing for Sundays or events, I feel distracted. I feel like I can't get enough done. And I feel like that's the work of the enemy. And I wish God would just snap his fingers and get rid of the devil in those moments. But I have to look at that and say, you know, the enemy is trying to distract. The enemy is trying to subvert attention and is attacking with everything he has. And I think, and I have to believe that's because God has something even bigger around the corner. And so he's going to have to use my weakness, and his strength is going to have to come through my weakness for his purposes to be fulfilled. And so I even look at evidence of the enemy, and I just have to smile and know, well, God's in control and he's got more power, and I'm just going to keep my head down and keep doing everything that I know I can do to the best of my ability, and the rest is in God's hands.